Yes, you are welcome. What can you do for us tonight?
Thank you, I'm a flutist. I have the power to do anything you can imagine of, but before I perform, kindly permit me to tell the story of my life. It is more important.
Okay, that's fine. Go on, go on.
When I first descended to earth, I was given a simple mission, to walk among men as one of the least of them, to see who would show kindness, who would open their hearts to the stranger, the outcast, the forgotten. I was to bestow a powerful supernatural blessing upon those who proved worthy, but the heavens warned me that this would be no easy task. Humanity had grown cold, selfish, and distant from the divine. Still, I embraced my mission with hope. I appeared in the bustling city of Aniviral, a place where the rich flaunted their wealth and the poor struggled to survive. My form was that of a madman, dirty, disheveled, and speaking in riddles. I carried an old, battered flute, its music haunting and beautiful, though few would ever stop to listen. Every morning, would wander to the corner near the city's largest hospital. There, would sit and play my flute, the melodies weaving through the air like invisible threads of healing. The sick inside the hospital, those who were near death or in unbearable pain, would suddenly find themselves restored. Wounds would close, fevers would break, and despair would turn to hope. But no one ever connected these miracles to the ragged madman outside. They simply called it luck, or the skill of the doctors, or a twist of fate. As the days turned into months, I experienced the full spectrum of human nature. I begged for alms on street corners, my hand outstretched, my eyes pleading, but most people walked past me, their faces twisted in disgust or indifference. Some would mutter, "Get a job, or you're just lazy." Others would cross the street to avoid me entirely. I remember one man, dressed in a sleek suit, his wrist adorned with a golden watch. He stepped out of a luxury car, his breath reeking of expensive whiskey. I approached him, humbly asking for a single penny. He laughed, a cruel, mocking sound. "A penny? What good would that do you?" he sneered. "I've got better things to spend my money on." That night, I saw him enter a nightclub, throwing stacks of cash on flashy drinks and immoral pleasures. My heart ached, not for myself, but for him. He had so much, yet he gave nothing. Another time, a wealthy woman passed by, her arms laden with shopping bags from high-end stores. I asked her for a crust of bread, and she recoiled as if I had insulted her. "Don't touch me," she snapped. "You're filthy." She hurried away, her heels clicking sharply against the pavement. Later, I saw her dining at an extravagant restaurant, wasting enough food to feed a family for a week. Even the religious, those who claimed to love God, often failed the test. I approached a group of churchgoers after their Sunday service, hoping for a scrap of kindness, but they averted their eyes, whispering among themselves about how I might be dangerous or possessed. They hurried to their cars, their Bibles tucked under their arms, their hearts closed to the suffering before them. Yet, amidst the darkness, there were glimmers of light. A few souls, though poor themselves, shared what little they had. A young girl, no older than 10, once gave me her lunch, a simple sandwich wrapped in paper. Her eyes were filled with compassion, and her smile warmed my heart. I blessed her in silence, and from that day forward, her family never went hungry. An elderly man, a street sweeper, would often sit with me during his breaks. He didn't have much to give, but he shared his time and his stories. He spoke of his struggles, his dreams, and his faith in God. I listened, my heart swelling with gratitude for his kindness. Before I left him, I healed his aching back, though he never knew it was me. These acts of charity, no matter how small, were like beacons in the night. They reminded me that not all hope was lost, that there were still those who understood the importance of love and generosity. Now, as I stand on this stage, I know my time on earth is ending. The heavens have called me back, and I must leave this world behind. But before I go, I must share the truth with you, the people of Aniviral, and with all who will hear my story. I am not just a madman, I am an angel, sent to test your hearts, and though many of you failed, there is still hope. Charity, my friends, is the key to redemption. It is through giving, through selflessness, that you can cleanse your souls and draw closer to God, for charity delivers from a multitude of sins. It is the bridge between the fallen and the divine. You have all fallen short of God's glory, you have all sinned, but there is still time to change, to open your hearts, to give to those in need. Do not wait for miracles to convince you, the miracles are already here, in the faces of the poor, the sick, the lonely. When you help them, you help me, and when you help me, you help God.
Hello.